Assalamualaikum, selamat petang. Alright, so kita akan mulakan kelas kita malam ni sebab sekarang kalau ikutkan jam cikgu dah tepat pukul 8 malam. Okay, so malam ni kita akan bersama dengan cikgu Muzarifah binti Nasirim daripada MRSM Parit. Okay, cikgu Muzarifah ni dah mengajar, dah berpengalaman mengajar selama 21 tahun. Okey, jadi pelajar-pelajar yang join malam ni sepatutnya beruntung sebab kita dapat penceramah yang hebat yang dah 21 tahun ada pengalaman untuk mengajar fizik. Okey, so tanpa melengahkan masa, cikgu jemput cikgu Muzarifah, Miss Muzarifah daripada MRSM Parit untuk mulakan sesi malam ni. Okey, Kak Muza, jemput Kak Muza. Kak Muza boleh share.
Okey, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kepada Puan Jaslyn Ayu daripada HQ Mara BPM, cikgu-cikgu yang akan jadi moderator hari ini dan juga pelajar-pelajar lah ya. Terima kasih kerana attend kelas hari ini. Yeah, because our MOOC IG will be dekat lah so might be next week. Okay, so today we proceed dengan chapter 2 yeah, which is topic thermal physics lah ya. Okay, so thermal physics ada 3 subtopik. So cikgu start with the first subtopic, which is the kinetic model of matter. Yeah, okay, so this is the learning outcome, what you have to know when you learn about the kinetic model of matter. Yeah, okay, so basically first what you have to know is about matter, state of matter. So we start with solid, and then sekejap ya cikgu. Cikgu tak on cikgu punya pen. Okay, sekejap ya. So we start with solid, and then liquid. So after that gas, boiling. Yang merah tu absorb heat lah ya. So yang merah ni absorb heat. And yang biru ni heat energy out, means that release heat lah. Okay. Yeah, so might be easy lah yang ini, but okay. So might be labeling is no problem lah for all of you kan, because cikgu tengok soal objektif ramai yang betul. Ya, nanti kita tengok balik. Then but the important thing is when you learn about the state of matter, the question will ask you about the thermal molecule, the terms in molecules, means that the terms of molecule, kinetic theory of molecule. Yeah, so the question will ask you, okay, why thermal energy must be supplied for the solid to become liquid? Yeah, okay, so what is the answer when the question asks you like this? Yeah, most of students boleh jawab heat absorb to break the bond. Mostly students memang boleh dapat 1 mark dekat situ. Okay, so break the bond or overcome force attraction between the molecules. Yeah, but most of the student akan lupa yang ini. Yeah, kinetic energy of molecule is constant. Yeah, so explanation about kinetic theory ni akan ada 2. So jangan tersilap nanti cikgu akan bagi untuk evaporation. This is Okay, when solid change to liquid or when liquid change to gas. This is the answer when the question asks you, please explain about kinetic theory of molecule. Yeah, okay, so normally 2 marks there. Most of the student boleh jawab break the bond, but the second one ni, point number 2 ini, okay, point number 2 ini ramai students yang tak jawab lah. Yeah, so bear in mind, okay, kinetic energy of molecule is constant. Okay, this is objective question which is cikgu ada bagi share dalam kita punya forms. Okay, this is heating graph. Yeah, so you have to know that at P the matter is solid, and then at Q solid change to liquid, then at R liquid state, and at S liquid change to gas. Yeah, so which part of the graph change state taking place? So we have Q and S. This is heating, yeah. Okay, heating. Might be graph juga akan ada cooling. So cooling pun sama jugalah. Yeah, kalau cooling you start with liquid lah here. Liquid here, liquid change to solid, and here is solid. Okay, this is cooling. This is yang atas tu adalah heating. Okay. So now we proceed the second one. Yeah, describe kinetic model used to explain change of state. Okay, so this is the state of matter, which is normally question adalah ya yang banyak tanya. First, you have to know the arrangement of the particles. Yeah, and you have to draw lah. Sometimes the question asks you to draw. Yeah, okay, arrangement. For solid, pair, and you can use pair, you can use closely together or lattice. And liquid, slightly less close together, and gas, widely separated, ataupun far apart also can. Yeah, far apart also can. And then motion. Basically soalan will ask you about arrangement and motion and force of attraction. So motion, vibrate at fixed position. If you answer vibrate also can, no problem. Liquid, move randomly. Gas, you have to write both. Move freely and randomly. If you write randomly, you will get 1 mark. Itulah. Yeah. So you have to differentiate between gas and liquid. So freely and randomly. Force attraction, solid is strong force. Liquid, there are still force, but not strong enough to hold molecules in a fixed shape. So you can say that force is not strong. Yeah, and gas, force is negligible. So means that almost no force lah, negligible. Yeah, yeah. Okay. We look at contoh. Hopefully you can read my handwriting. Yeah, so look at the question. Explain in terms of force between molecules and arrangement. So in terms of force, highlight yeah, between the molecules and arrangement of molecules. Why solid, liquid, and gas have different have these properties? Yeah. Okay, solid have fixed shape, liquid adapt to the shape of the container, and gas fill their container. Yeah, so so you can write solid force attraction is very strong macam tadi lah, and arrangement of molecule is closely packed or lattice so that the fit is shaped. Yeah, liquid force attraction is weak or not strong enough to hold molecule in the fixed shape, arrangement slightly less close. And gas, force between molecules is negligible. So arrangement is widely separated or far apart. Yeah, boleh guna mana-mana terms ya. Okay, so hopefully yang ini you boleh jawab basically because you also learn in chemistry. Ya, sama je dalam chemistry dan physics. Okay, now we go to the second one, which is semua ini adalah related with the state of matter yang tadi yang cikgu bagi nota yang sama. So A, look at A. The question, in terms of molecule, how a solid differs from liquid. So you can write about the arrangement. So cikgu buat jawapan arrangement. You can write about the motion and also force of attraction. Either one lah ya. Out of three tu either one. But must be comparison lah ya. Because dia kata how solid is differs from liquid. So you have to differ means that you have to compare. Okay, A, describe the movement, solid vibrate, and gas, you nampak, cikgu dah cakap tadi, gas, so we have 2 marks there. So means that the first one you must write randomly, and the second one you must write freely. So randomly 1 marks, freely 1 marks. Yeah? Okay, so now we go to the next one. Yang ni cikgu bagi nilai. Brownian motion. Actually, what is Brownian motion? Brownian motion is a condition where scientists discovered that liquid move randomly and gas move freely and randomly. Okay, in liquid, the scientists use pollen grains. Pollen grains mixed with water and look at under microscope. So what they see is ni ya jawapan dia. So why causes a pollen grains to move in this way? Uneven bombardment on different sides by water molecules. Ya, so ramai yang jawab C. Yang merah tu adalah, ramai yang jawab B. Okay, D. Collision with another pollen grains. Okay, not with another pollen grains, yeah, because this experiment is to discover that molecule of water move randomly. And also, okay, untuk gas, scientists use smoke, okay, in air and put it under a microscope like the diagram. So conclusionnya is they are heat by air molecules. Yeah, it's not the smoke heat the air molecules. The air molecules heat or collide with the air molecule collide with the smoke particles. Yeah, because all air molecules is small, smoke particle is bigger. Yeah, so that conclusionnya gas move freely and randomly. Okay, now we go to evaporation and boiling. Yeah, difference. First, when you learn about evaporation and boiling, you have to know the differences lah ya. Yeah, differences occur at any temperature, occur at 100 degrees Celsius, evaporation at the surface of water and boiling throughout the water. And dekat sini cikgu tak list out factor, nanti you buat tapi soalan cikgu ada bagi nanti. Factor that affect evaporation. Tapi nanti dalam soalan ada cikgu bagi. Okay, so normally if question asks you about evaporation, dia akan tanya juga kinetic theory. Apa yang jadi pada molecule of water when evaporation occur. So you cannot write macam boiling ya. Even both evaporation and boiling is the same process where liquid change to gas, but in terms of kinetic molecule theory dia tak sama. Ya, tak sama. Tadi 2 point sahaja, which is absorb heat to break the bond and constant kinetic energy. But untuk evaporation, kinetic theory dia, water molecules at surface absorb heat and it has higher kinetic energy or greater pun also can, no problem. Ikut you ya, you rasa nak guna greater pun boleh, tak guna greater pun, nak guna higher pun boleh. Okay, so first terms yang mesti ada is greater kinetic energy of molecules. So when the molecule has greater kinetic energy, it will start break the bond and escape. You can tulis escape ya, you cannot write break the bond saja. So bila dia break the bond and escape. And the last one, water molecules with low kinetic energy will remain. So that's why temperature of water decrease. That's why it causes cooling. Yeah. So that's why when you sweat, okay, you duduk bawah fan, angin, ada angin tiup, so you feel cool. Kan? Cool. Why? Because yang low kinetic energy remain. Why? Because sweat tu dah absorb heat from your body to increase the kinetic energy. Boleh ya? So jangan explain boiling punya proses, kinetic theory sama dengan evaporation. Lain. Ya. Ingat tu, bear in mind, boiling tak sama dengan evaporation in terms of kinetic theory molecule. Okay, now we go to question ini. So cikgu ada bagi 3 statement about the effects. Of course, tadi uses energy or absorb energy. Water gains energy from student. Okay, yes. A student and also environment lah. Environment nanti cikgu ada terang kat bawah ni. So environment, it depends on factor that affects the evaporation. For example, sunlight, windy, greater temperature, surface area. Itulah Okay, water gains energy from student and the phase of the student cools. Yeah, so sama macam yang tadi lah. So that's why the answer is D. Yeah, effect of evaporation. Okay, now we proceed to the second objective question. Wet clothes are hanging outside outside to dry. Okay, this is a factor effect evaporation. Yeah. Okay, soalan ni. So which condition decreases? Okay, so jawapan dia folded lah, which is this is for surface area. Yeah, boleh ya? Okay, high temperature, yes. Wetter clothes, it does not affect the rate of evaporation. Okay, windy day. Windy day also increase the rate of evaporation. Folded clothes decrease the okay, dia akan decrease lah. Higher temperature will increase, windy day will increase. Wetter clothes does not affect ni lah. Yeah, it's not the factor affect the evaporation. Okay, now we go to ni sama juga. Yeah, sama. So this is how the question will ask you. After a certain time, 2 containers made of insulating material contain the same volume of water at room temperature. The container do not have lids. The volume of liquid in each container gradually decrease. Of course, this is evaporation process. Okay, the temperature of water has decreased to below. The temperature of water has decreased to below room temperature. Sama je lah soalan dia. Okay, cooling effect. So water molecules at the surface absorb heat and has higher kinetic energy. It will break the bond and escape. Water molecules with lower kinetic energy will remain. So that's why the room, the temperature of room decreases. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is factor juga. Okay, what are the containers in wide and shallow? So wide and shallow, of course, wide and shallow compared to narrow and deep. Comparison lah wide and shallow. Wide has greater rate of cooling because more heat is being absorbed by the molecule. Okay, so finish about evaporation. Now we go to Boyle's law. Okay, now Boyle's law. What is Boyle's law? Pressure of gas inversely proportional with volume. Pressure, volume at a constant mass and temperature. Okay, this formula is very important lah untuk awak nak kira. So ada graf yang macam ni, but and also boleh juga graf ini, but this is pressure, this is 1 over volume, so kita akan dapat graf directly proportional. Yeah, okay, so this is pulling up, increase the volume and decrease the pressure. Yeah, so because this is inversely proportional. Okay, so now we go to okay, now in terms of momentum. So basically you ada 3 lah, you nak kena cerita tentang, awak nak kena cerita tentang molecules. So now bila you belajar pressure, basically soalan dia akan tanya ni macam ni ya. Why the pressure increase? Yeah, if you decrease the volume, why the pressure increase? Okay, so the first one is how molecules exerted pressure. How exerted pressure. So the first one is gas molecules collide. If you don't want to use collide, heat also can, no problem. Yeah, heat with the wall of the box, and then change of momentum occur. Collide. Okay, change of momentum. Cikgu highlightkan. And then force. Yeah, before you have learned last 2 weeks kan, last 2 weeks about impulsive force. What is impulsive force? Change of momentum divided by time, or rate change of momentum also can, no problem ya. Rate change of momentum. Yeah. So sama macam impulsive force yang you dah belajar last week. And then mark number 4 is pressure equal to force per unit area. Okay, so you can answer like this, no problem. Okay, now we proceed to question, objective question. A closed container of gas is heated. Okay, now heated. Pressure of the gas increase. Statement explain this increase in pressure. Of course, pressure must be change of momentum. Yeah, gas molecules striking the wall of the container increases. Force attraction tak ada kena mengena lah kan. Okay. And then the gas molecule collide with each other. Okay, so tak ada. The gas molecule lose more energy. Salah ya. Okay, so ni. Yeah, the change in the momentum of gas striking the walls of the container increases because of the kinetic energy of the, when the temperature increase, the kinetic energy of the molecule also increase. Yeah. So it will collide more often. Okay, so yang ni contoh soalan tanya, which is tadi yang notes yang cikgu bagi tadi. Describe in terms of momentum of the molecules how pressure is exerted on the walls of the cylinder. Okay, so sama, collide with the wall, change of momentum, force, and ini ya, force per unit area. So you ada 3 lah, you have to remember how to explain about the molecules. The first one is boiling, or liquid change to gas, or solid change to liquid, and then evaporation, and the second one in terms of momentum of molecules. Yeah. Now we go here. Soalan structure lah ya. Okay, so contoh guna how do you use the equation. So P1 You ambil dekat mana-mana graf yang cantik lah Okay, so cikgu letak dekat sini 1, P1, V1 you boleh ambil mana-mana pada graf. You nak ambil dekat 2 pun no problem. 20 pun no problem. So cikgu ambil dekat 1, much easier. Yeah. Okay. So 1, so P1 is 1 megapascal and V1 is 0.2. Okay, so P2 dia dah bagi. Okay, 0.1 and V2 you have to calculate lah. Yeah, determine the volume. So you will get V2 berapa? 2 meter cubic. Okay, so basically macam itulah. But somehow kadang-kadang soalan tak bagi equation lah. Yang ni cikgu bagilah Okay, you have to remember P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. Okay, so this one, so boleh kira lah. So P1, okay, sorry ya, cantik pula. Sorry. Okay, so alamak, cikgu dah. Okay, sekejap ya. Alamak, right, back to so dah padam yang ni balik. Okay, tak apa ya, yang ni pula P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. So this is the V1, this is the P1. So this is P1, this is V1, 98 times 4, 8,800 equal to P2, 720 cubic. Okay, so P2, what you get for P2? Okay, boleh kira. So you will get 65, sorry ya. 65.3 kilo pascal Boleh baca ya cikgu punya soalan jawapan. Ya. Okay, handwriting cikgu boleh ya. 65.3 kilo pascal. Now we go the second subtopic, which is thermal properties of matter, how to measure temperature and how thermometers works. Okay, so we proceed cepat sikit ya. Okay, temperature, which is what is mean by temperature? Degree of hotness or coldness. What is mean by heat? Heat is a thermal energy. Yeah, just say heat is a thermal energy. Constructing a thermometric scale, so lower fixed point, mostly cikgu rasa ramai yang boleh yang ni, 0 degree Celsius. Higher fixed point is 100 degree Celsius. And then how you centigrade the scale. Yeah, how you get the 0 degree? By immerse the bulb of the thermometer into beaker containing pure melting ice and mark the mercury when it stop. Increase, mark at the level lah ya. Okay, level ni, it's not a level. Level or mark 0 degree Celsius pun boleh. How to determine the upper fixed point? So sama juga. So mark the level ataupun you mark the level ni, you nak letak 100 degree Celsius pun also can. No problem. Yeah. Okay, so kita tengok soalan. Then choosing a thermometer. Okay, choosing the thermometer, how you want to choose the thermometer? First, kita kena tengok range of temperature to be measured. Yeah, if boiling point dia, for example alcohol boiling point is 37 macam tu, 36, 35 degree dah boil. So we cannot use thermometer alcohol untuk measure temperature 60 degree. Tak boleh lah sebab dia dah jadi gas. How come you nak measure kan? Okay, so you kena range on temperatures to be measured tu mesti kena lah dengan thermometer yang you choose. And number 2, thermometer must expand uniformly. Ni soalan ni memang kena lah ya. Liquid must expand uniformly and the scale is linear. Ciri-ciri nak jadi liquid in a thermometer mesti expand uniformly. And then sensitivity. Soalan ni agak ini sikit lah ya. Nanti kita bincang sebab cikgu ada tersalah sikit ya. So the narrower the tube, the higher the sensitivity. Increase the volume of the glass bulb, BULB ni ya. Cikgu ada spelling error sikit. Will increase the sensitivity and liquid that has greater expansion per degree also has a ni ya. Sensitivity. Okay, now we look at the question. Okay, yang ini, okay, guna yang ini je lah. L theta minus L naught, L100. Soalan tak pernah ada lah, but last year dia keluar untuk thermocouple. So we prepared dengan soalan ni lah ya. Okay, so yang ini L theta is 9.3 minus L0 degree, 0 is 3.6. 13.6 minus 3.6. So times 100 degrees Celsius. So boleh kira lah ya. What you get for the answer is berapa? Okay, 57 degree Celsius. Betul ke? Tak apa, nanti awak try kira ya. Okay, so now, okay, yang ni cikgu ada salah sikit bagi untuk jawapan untuk soalan objektif ya. So the sensitivity only the diameter of the bore, narrower diameter of the bore. Length of capillary tube and thickness of the bulb does not affect ya. So cikgu hari tu bagi soal jawapan D in your Microsoft Forms but the answer is A. Ya. Okay, so kita boleh tengok balik dia punya ni je ya. Narrower the tube or narrower the capillary tube, narrower the bore tube. Increase the volume of the glass bulb, also increase the sensitivity and also great expansion per degree. Yeah, okay, so yang itu sahaja. And then to mark the temperature scale on a thermometer, standard temperature as fixed point are needed, which these okay, so of course C the temperature of pure melting ice and also the temperature of boiling water. Yeah, okay. Terus yang ni ramai yang boleh buat. Okay, thermocouple. So what is thermocouple? Thermocouple is made up of two type of metal, different metal. Yeah, different metal. Tak kisahlah ya, iron and copper ke aluminium ke kan. Okay, and then you have two junction, which is cold junction and hot junction and also cold junction. So how you read the temperature? So nanti kita tengok dekat soalan nanti ya, lepas notes nanti. So last year soalan ni masuk. Before soalan suruh you draw the thermocouple macam tu sahaja. And advantages you have to know lah. Kenapa? Because wider range and very responsive. You write very responsive also can. Wider range and very responsive. The advantages. Okay, now we go to write 3 statements about thermocouple. Yeah, we have a small thermal capacity. Yeah, because thermal capacity is heat divided by theta, which is theta is temperature. So bila temperature greater, the thermal capacity will become low. Yeah, so small thermal capacity. And then response slowly ni salah lah kan, tadi respond rapidly. And then 1 and 3. Expansion. Okay, so expansion, you know that solid slower lah ya. Gas is greater expansion compared to liquid. Okay, then explanation boleh guna kinetic theory jugalah untuk boiling tu ya. Okay, so this is the last year punya soalan. Yeah, so this is about expansion of bimetallic strip. So means that metal P heating. So metal P bend macam ni. Of course metal P expand more than Q. Ya, basically soalan macam ni lah We go to thermal capacity. So what is thermal capacity? Thermal capacity is energy, okay, to increase the temperature 1 degree Celsius. So thermal capacity ada dua equation, which is you nak buat E divide by theta, energy divide by temperature boleh, or energy thermal capacity equal to MC also can. So ada dua formula lah, yeah, because unit for thermal thermal capacity is joule per degree Celsius. So E divided by theta boleh, and mass time specific heat capacity also can. Then we have, nanti kita tengok soalan ya. Okay, specific heat capacity. What is mean by specific heat capacity? Energy required per absorb pun boleh, per kg mass per degree Celsius to raise the temperature of substance. Okay, then we have quantity. Okay, ini energy needed, rise temperature lah ya, raise temperature. And then this is about specific heat capacity. So a block aluminium requires more thermal energy to raise the temperature by ni. Okay, so aluminium has higher specific heat capacity. Okay, so when the specific heat capacity is higher, the temperature rise slower. Yeah, okay, when specific heat capacity greater, the absorption, the temperature rise is lower, yeah. So ingat tu. Okay, now we go to here, thermal capacity. So first kali kita kena cari E lah. So E, we have VIT because dia bagi ini, ini ada kaitan dengan elektrik jugalah ya. Because subject heat might be ada related with electric. So energy equal to VIT, and then 12 times 3 times 23 times 60. Okay. So you dapat berapa? Saya guna kena tengok balik ya. Okay, so nanti awak cari ya. And then so you will get the E here. Okay, thermal capacity tadi cikgu kata apa? When you dapat E here berapa? And then E divide by theta. Okay, so ambil E yang awak dapat tadi. Okay, you dapat 49680, you divide by 70 minus 20, so you get 50. So you will get the answer is 993.6 joule degree Celsius. Yeah? Okay.
Kak Muza,
ya.
Boleh kita slow down sikit sebab ada student cakap macam laju sikit.
Laju sangat ke? Okay, so cikgu slow sikit. Okay, so nanti awak kira, you can calculate ya, VIT. So you tengok dia ada kaitan dengan elektrik. This is topik elektrik, which is nanti awak akan jumpa webinar elektrik nanti ya. So normally dia ada kaitan dengan elektrik juga ya. Okay, so first VIT ni kena belajar topik elektrik, ada combination sikit. Ini bukan dalam tajuk heat ya. Okay, so cikgu just ajar juga because of related dengan ni lah untuk kira ni ya. Okay, so now we go to seterusnya, masih lagi soalan objektif, which is about specific heat capacity, higher specific heat capacity. You know that E equal to MC theta. So C equal to E divided by M theta. If you want to increase the C, you have to reduce the theta and you have to reduce the mass. Yeah, because it will be inversely proportional. So the answer will be M paling kecil and theta pun paling kecil. So the answer is A, ya. Boleh? Okay. So now we go to ni. This one, okay. This one is about first you kena cari dulu heat release by the water. So heat release Q equal to MC theta. This is for water, okay? Not for ice. MC theta is for water. So 100 times 4.2. Yeah, you don't have to change the unit because gram and gram. And then 25. So you will get Q berapa? Okay, so you will get Q 10500 joule. Okay, now 10500 joule ni akan melt the ice, but 80 grams ice remains unmelt. So Q equal to ml. So L equal to 10,500 divided by M. Okay, so M dia you kena tolak lah, 50 minus 18. Nah, so you dapat berapa? 50 minus 18. Kenapa? Because yang melt 18 grams remain, dia tinggal. Yang melt, kita kira yang melt saja, which is so berapa? And you will get the answer is B. Nanti kira lain ya. Okay. Boleh ya? Okay, so basically memang banyak calculation untuk specific heat capacity ya. Okay. And now we go to latent heat of fusion, which is E equal to ml. What is mean by latent heat of fusion? Any energy required per kilogram mass, ingat ya, mass sahaja, to change the solid to liquid without changing temperature. Yeah, without changing temperature is very important. And then this is solid to liquid because of fusion. And then we have latent heat of vaporization per kg mass to change from liquid to gas without changing temperature. Yeah, okay. So this is the definition for latent heat. If the question asks you general, okay, define the latent heat. So you just say that change state. Tak perlu tulis liquid or gas. Okay. So yang ni Jadi Parisa answer. Energy needed to change the mass ice into water at constant temperature. Yeah, so mesti needed to change. Yeah, okay. So yang ni condensation is latent heat of vaporization. Okay, boiling, latent heat of vaporization. Solidify, fusion. Okay, boleh ya? Solidify or melting sama juga ya. So tak ada kat sini. Melting you use ini ya. Okay, so now we go to yang ini. Ini pun ada. This is tadi kita dah jumpa cooling graph. So now pun cooling graph juga boleh guna dalam ini soalan ni untuk tanya. Yeah, so you have hot water. Yeah, liquid wax. Cikgu rasa you buat dalam chemistry experiment ni. So you plot the graph and you get the cooling graph, graph lah ya. Okay, so determine the melting point. Cikgu dah tulis, which is you ambil ni, you dapat 56 degree Celsius. And then how to calculate? This ni you kena guna ml. Okay, so rate of loss of energy. Yeah, rate loss of energy. So first guna QML. Yeah. Okay, and then the wax contains 50 gram of wax. Latent heat, so you dapat Q equal to 50 times 210 macam ni, ml, nampak tak ya? So 50 grams and ini. Yeah. Okay, then you will get the answer. Okay, what is the answer? So 500 joule. Okay, and then ini Q. So dia nak Q over T, heat loss, joule per minute. So you divide by T lah yang ni. So berapa T dia? T dia 15.2 minus 8. So 15.2, 0.2 minus 8. So you will get the answer is berapa? 1458.3 joule per minute. Ya, so yang ni per minute lah. Yang ni time dia sebab dia nak per minute. So you divide sahaja ya. Okay, so ini fusion ya. So sama juga ya. Yang ini you just kira sahaja. Okay, E equal to MC theta. And then mass dia berapa? Untuk air ya, untuk air. So 0.35 times, oh dia nak C. Okay, sorry ya. C, sorry. Cikgu salah ni ya. Okay, so soalan dia nak C equal to E divide by apa? M theta. So E dia dah bagi sini, ini E. So 35,000. Okay, divide by mass berapa? 0.35 times 0 degree kan? Kepada 0 degree. So 24.5 jugalah. Ya, tak berubah kan sebab ni. So what you get? C is, you kira kan nanti kan awak akan dapat 4081.63 joule kg degree Celsius. Okay, so yang ini the second one, you have to declare that Q absorb and Q release is same. So you have to declare that you kena guna 35,000 joule juga. So that's why 3 marks there. You kena declare ini, you dapat 1 marks and then barulah masuk Q equal to ml. So M equal to 3500 divide by berapa? 3.3 guna yang ni ya, fusion of ice. Yeah. Okay, so times 10 to power 5. So what you get for the mass is 0.106 kg. Yeah, okay. So kalau change ice, change to water, nampak ya? Change state mesti guna ml. Kalau water, state water sahaja, guna MC theta. Itu sahaja. Ya, kalau water guna MC theta. Kalau you tengok soalan tu ice change to water, there is physical state, physical change, so you guna ml. Itu difference between specific heat capacity and also latent heat. Okay, now we go to thermal energy transfer. This is very easy. Cikgu rasa, cikgu tak apa, yang ni cikgu rasa most of students suka soalan ni. Very easy. So conduction is vibration of particles. It happen in solid lah. Conduction happen in solid. Okay, so if the solid is not metal, only vibration of particles. If metals, you have free moving electron and also vibration of particles. Yeah. So ingat itulah, if metal you have two heat transfer, free moving electron and also vibration of particles. But if the metal, if the substance is not a metal, the solid is not a metal, for example insulator, glass, so vibration of particles only. Okay, so this is the question. Metal. So you tengok bila metal, so electron transfer and also vibration lattice. So the answer is C. Okay, boleh ya? Conduction untuk metal. If plastic, if glass, only vibration. Okay, so here boleh juga jawapan dia is very easy, made of plastic. So kalau plastic only vibrate only. So vibrate, ambil perkataan vibrate, the answer is B. Ya, bila jawab soalan please underline so that you fokus lah, lebih fokus. Ya. Convection only happen in liquid and gas. Why? Because when the water or hot gas rises because less dense, cold water sink because denser. Cikgu rasa ini memang senang, mostly ramai boleh jawab. And radiation, okay, radiation cikgu tengok ramai juga yang salah, especially dekat sini. So you have to remember ni, factor that affect the rate of infrared radiation. So soalan cikgu bagi ramai juga yang salah ya. So color, texture of surface, color dull and black radiate more. If shiny and painted shiny and white color, so dia akan radiate less. Surface area, greater surface area, greater rate of radiation. And surface temperature, of course, if temperature greater, it will radiate more. Yeah, so factor that affect the radiation memang kena hafal ya. So hafal sebab ini ya. And then this is vacuum flask. So reduce the vacuum stopper, conduction ya, conduction. And then we have convection, reduced by vacuum. And also radiation, ya. Okay, contoh yang ini, ni bukanlah vacuum flask, but lebih kurang sama je ya. Okay, so which is statement is correct? Bench convection, salah lah kan? Of course conduction because bersentuhan. So lead energy loss by convection, betul. Okay, there is no thermal conduction, salah lah Side of ni mesti ada. Thermal radiation prevented or not radiation lah. Because dia adalah small gap adalah untuk convection and also small gap for convection and also for conduction, is not for radiation. Okay, this one pun senang sahaja. Of course, X, yeah. Of course X, because air density decrease when air is heated. Ya, dia tak akan jadi macam ni lah. Ya, because heat, ya, dekat radiator, radiate heat, so dia akan jadi lagi panas. Okay, so this one ramai yang salah. This is factor that affect the radiation. So dia kata P emits more infrared. Surface area dia tak besar, but dia radiate more infrared. So color might be, and also temperature lah. Because kita ada 3 factor only, temperature, surface area, and also color. What the possible reason? So water P is hotter than water Q lah ya. Surface P are painted white, no lah. Kalau dia radiate more, dia mesti painted black and dull. Surface P are shiny pun bukan. Okay, surface P have smaller? No. Greater mesti yang besar surface area. Okay, so this is about radiation juga. State and explain any difference in rate of emission. Okay, so kita tengok yang ni, the two spheres are removed from oven, different diameter. Of course, tadi this is the factor that affect the radiation. So bigger diameter radiate more. Yeah. So you kena ni lah, more heat. Okay, so any difference? Rate of emission. So because of greater what? Reason tadi lah, greater surface area. Boleh? Faham ya? Sebab diameter it affects the greater surface area. Okay, number 2. Boleh ya? Cikgu laju. Tak apa, awak just highlight kan. Okay, bila baca highlight kan, because temperature is same. Yeah, different diameter means that different surface area. So one hot sphere is now heated in hotter oven. Set any explanation the rate of emission. So bila dia dah hot and you hotter lagi in a hotter oven, now heated lagi dia, so means temperature dia akan increase. Temperature increase. Okay, so rate of emission increase. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Boleh ya? Any effect or rate of emission or radiation from that sphere when it is removed from the hotter oven. Okay, so temperature dia akan bertambah, you heated dia, and rate of emission increase. Why? Because temperature increase lah ya. Okay, so because 2 soalan 3 marks. Ya, 2 soalan 3 marks. Okay, so we finish. We finish about the notes. Now we go to, okay, cikgu stop sharing ini dulu. Alamak, okay, we are on track because baru pukul 8, ya, pukul 9. So we are on track. Now cikgu nak share soalan pula ya. Okay, boleh ya? Share soalan yang cikgu bagi. Stop sharing. Okay, cikgu share. This is, okay. Ya, boleh ya? We are on track. Tadi cikgu laju, cikgu ingat cikgu dah ni ya. Sorry ya, cikgu ingat cikgu dah over time, masa ingat dah ni dah, masa dah singkat. Okay, so this is the first question. Yeah. Cikgu guna pen merah lah ya. Okay. So this is very easy. Kan? So very easy, kena jawab je dulu lah. So here is, of course, you akan tahu lah ya, solid to liquid. Most of student akan boleh jawab lah, confirm. And then here liquid change to gas. Yeah, hopefully you can read my handwriting. Okay, in terms of forces between them, why gases expand more? Okay, so jawablah tadi cikgu dah cakap dah. Kenapa gas expand more? First, jawab dulu. When you read the question, please highlight force between the air molecules. So jawablah ya. Force between molecules in gas is negligible, kan? So what will happen? Compared to, and force in solid are very strong. Declare dulu dia punya force. And then what will happen? Kalau force dia kuat, yang satu lagi negligible, so gas molecule will, okay, has greater kinetic energy. Okay, when the same rising temperature, so it will expand more lah. Yeah, ataupun motion, if you don't want to write greater kinetic energy, you can write motion. Motion also can. Motion of gas molecule increase. Okay, so that's why dia akan expand lebih cepat compared to expand more lebih compared to liquid, solid.